Hi everyone, welcome to your practice today and welcome to Yoga for Hikers. This sequence is all about preparing the body for a hike or recovering after you've been on a hike. So we'll give attention to the feet and the calves and the legs and the hip flexors. We'll open the back, we'll open the chest, and you will leave this practice feeling refreshed and renewed. You might want to have a block for the practice, and we will start in a comfortable seated position. So from your comfortable seated position, open up the knees and bring the soles of the feet together in front of you, and take your hands and start rubbing your feet. Rub your thumbs along the arches of the feet, giving some attention to the big toes and the big toe mound, all the way down the arch, all the way into the heels. And I don't need to tell you how good this feels. So just starting with the feet, give some attention, some love and gratitude to these little miraculous appendages. And then once you have given the feet some love, lightly take the hands and hold on to your ankles. And as you inhale, begin to pull the chest forward. Draw the shoulder blades together behind you and arch the back. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, round the back. Tuck the tail, tuck the chin toward the chest, and just sweep the chin side to side a couple times. On your next breath in, arch the spine, pull with your hands, lift the chest, shoulder blades squeeze together, and exhale, push with your hands and round the back, tuck the chin, and again slide left and right. And we'll do that one more time. Inhale, lightly pull with your hands. Squeeze the blades together behind you. Open the throat. Exhale, round the back. Tuck the tail, tuck the chin, and slide the chin side to side. And as you inhale, come back up to center. Just give your knees a little gentle bounce for a moment here. And then bring the knees together, separate the feet about hip width, and let both knees fall to the left. Bring your weight back behind you in your hands, and we'll just windshield wiper the legs side to side, really pressing the outer left and the inner right toward the floor. And go the other way, pressing towards the ground. One more time to each side. And then when your knees have fallen over to the right, hoist yourself back up into an upright seated position. Take your arms up, pull your navel in a little, breathe in. And as you exhale, take a twist to your right. Left hand on the right knee, your left buttock will lift and will twist over to the right. And you can imagine the shape of a spiral staircase here. From this twist, inhale back to center, hands behind you, windshield wiper left, right, left again, sit up nice and tall. Inhale, the arms sweep high, pull the navel in, and take a twist to your left. And again, it's that shape of a spiral staircase. Breathe in and out. As you inhale, come back to center. And last time, windshield wiper side to side, ending with your knees facing the front of the mat, right leg forward. Bring weight into your hands. Step it back to a down dog. Bring your knees down, toes turned under into a pose of the child. So use your hands to press down and forward on the mat to bring the buttocks back toward the feet. And if you notice that your heels are widening, bring your heels a little closer together, pressing the big toes of the feet. From here, we're going to walk forward until the hips are about above the knees and begin to draw the armpits and the chest towards the floor. Now, this is not a pose of the child where the buttocks are back by the heels. The buttocks are further forward. Arms are stretched out, and we're focusing the bend here in the upper back. Now, you might find you can rest your head, and that's plenty. If you want more of a stretch, you might bring your chin forward and rest the chin on the ground. Breathing. And on the end of your next exhale, tuck your tail. Begin to pull the navel closer to the spine, rounding the back away from the floor until you can walk your hands in a little ways. Bring your knees underneath your hips if they moved away. Hands are under the shoulders. Inhale, take your left arm up. Exhale, wrap it under you. Walk your left hand to the right. Lay the entire left arm on the ground. Your right hand can stay where it is on the ground, or you can walk it above your head. Now, here's a nice little piece of this posture. Take that right hip crease and that right bum and angle it back. Pull it back towards the back of your mat. Press your left arm and the right hand into the floor and breathe. One more breath here, and bring the right hand back to the floor. Press into the ground and come back up. Take a breath here. Exhale. Right arm reaches up. Right hand slides under to your left. Really walk it out to the left so you can get the entire arm on the ground. Left fingers can stay right there by the face, or they can extend forward. And don't forget to drag that left hip crease back a little bit. So we're keeping the pelvis fairly level as we twist in the mid and upper spine. Breathing here. And on the end of that next exhale, fingers to the floor, push the ground away, come back to center. We'll take that puppy dog pose one more time. Reach out with your hands. Buttocks are above your knees. Couple of breaths. And then as you exhale, begin to tuck the tail a little bit, pull the navel in, rounding the back until you can walk the hands in. Keep your toes turned under and sit back on your heels. Clasp all 10 fingers behind you. Try to get your palms to touch. Bend your elbows and take the knuckles up the back a little ways. Squeeze the elbows and the shoulder blades together. Take a deep breath here. And as you exhale, begin to straighten the arms. Pull the knuckles straight down. You might keep the chin level and gazing forward. You might drop the chin to get a really nice stretch in the back of the neck. Not to mention the bottoms of the feet. And then as you inhale, release. Release the toes. Sit back on your heels. So this position is a version of Virasana, which is hero's pose, and it's a wonderful way to relieve stagnant energy and blood flow in the legs. So if you've been hiking or on your feet a lot, you'll find that your legs will feel quite heavy and congested. So this is a great way to squeeze the muscles of the legs, and if I keep talking, we'll just stay here longer and longer and longer for that effect to take its toll. So let's do one more thing while we're here. So from this Virasana shape, clasp your hands behind your back again, and if you're clever, you can put your other pinky finger on top. It should feel a bit weird, like you're holding someone else's hand here. And from here, take a breath. Just like before, we'll pull the knuckles down, shoulder blades squeezed together. Now that might be enough. Like before, you might take the arms away from the back. Take care that you're not really blasting forward into a forward bend here. Try to keep those front ribs kind of quiet. Here's another option. Instead of moving the hands back and up, maybe you take the knuckles towards the ground, and you could use a block here if the ground seems a million miles away. push your knuckles into the ground or the block. And this time, really puff the chest into a back bend in the upper spine. Lift the gaze a little bit. Feel your throat open. So you can see this would be the exact opposite action of carrying a heavy pack up a mountain. Take one more deep breath here. And release carefully. Let the hands just be in the lap a moment, opening up the tops of the ankles here, squeezing the muscles of the legs. And then from here, slowly come forward. Take your time. Spread your fingers nice and wide. As you inhale, arch the spine, drop the heart, squeeze the shoulder blades together, round the back, tuck the tail, tuck the chin. Again, inhale, arch the spine, lift the gaze. Exhale, round the back, tuck the tail and the spine. One more time, inhale, arch, and exhale, round. Come back to a flat back, turn your toes under, and take a downward facing dog. Bring your feet together. You could walk your dog here a couple times. Just move my block. You can walk your dog here, bending your knees one at a time. Bending your right knee strongly, left leg is straight. Breathe in. Lean the buttocks to your right. Look under your left arm. And breathe into that left side body. Come back to center. Take a breath, bending left knee, right leg is straight. Breathe in. Lean the buttocks left. Look under the upper right arm. And come back to center. Take that right leg up and back and bend the knee. Bring the thigh tight to the chest and circle that right knee around. Circling the kneecap, exploring the range that you have. Go both ways. And then extend that right leg up and back behind you. Take a breath. And then let's take a pigeon. Right knee comes toward the right wrist. We're going to wiggle the left toes back behind you, squaring the chest to face forward. Now this might be a good opportunity to put a block underneath the right buttock or a blanket or some random camping equipment that you might have nearby. Beginning to open up that right hip. Couple of breaths here. So if this is enough, that's great. You can stay right here. You might keep your back toes turned under and lift that back knee, so you're beginning to stretch the front of your left thigh, that hip flexor region. Take a big breath in, and as you exhale, bring weight into the hands, push the ground away, and step it back, nice and easy. Walk your dog. Breathe in and out. Take your left leg up and back. Breathe in, thigh to the chest, nice and tight. And then circle that left leg. Circle it around. And go both ways. Extend that left leg up and back behind you. Breathe in. Try to press the right heel toward the ground. And then pigeon. Left knee comes to the left wrist. Settling the pelvis down. Use a prop if you need to under that left hip. Square the chest to face forward. So right now I'm in a fairly strong back bend. That might be too much, so maybe you just come a little further forward in the torso. You can relax that back foot if you wish. This might be plenty to focus on as you breathe here. But if you want more, turn your back toes under, lift that back knee off the ground, and adjust the hands accordingly, maybe a little closer in if you want more of a back bend. Breathe in and out. And then from here, walk the hands in nice and close. Lean into your hands, push the ground away, and take a downward facing dog. So from your downward facing dog, sweep your right leg up and back behind you. Point the toes, flex the foot, get a real strong flexion in the heel. Try to press the ball of the foot forward. Point the toe again. Rotate the ankle a couple times in each direction. And then as you exhale, round the back, thigh to the chest, and step that right foot between the hands. And if it only comes halfway up, just go ahead, reach down and grab it. Bring it up. So walk that right foot to the right a few inches. Both hands are on the inside of the right foot. And I'm going to come down to my elbows. So if that's too much, you might stay up on your hands. We're looking for sensation. So draw the chest forward, draw the chest down. Keep that back knee lifted in your lizard pose. Something that might assist in the external rotation of the hip is to actually turn that right foot out to the right. Breathing here. You might use that back foot to pulse forward and back. You might take some side movements, left and right. And then bring that left knee to the ground. I'm going to stay down on that left forearm. I might be up on my hand, depending on flexibility here and my willingness, but I'm going to be down on my elbow. Turn towards your right knee. Reach that right hand back behind you. And let's just take left ear towards left shoulder. Get a stretch on the right side of the neck. Reaching the right hand away. And then bring your head back up in line with your spine. From here, this might be plenty, or you might move forward and bend the back knee and grab the foot. So let's take a moment here to do two actions. One action is to pull the heel toward the buttock. Whew, that's intense. And so we'll breathe. We'll breathe through that. The second action would be to actually go the opposite way. Kick the foot into the hand and lean back into a little bit of a back bend. You might do that 2 or 3 times. Pull the heel toward the bum. Push the foot back into the hand. One more time. Pull the heel toward the bum. And then push the foot back into the hand. How's the breath? From here, release, 2 hands to the ground. Come up onto the hands, lift that back knee, turn that back heel down. And so here we are facing the left. I'm going to put my left hand on my left waist, and I'm going to slowly bend and straighten that right leg. Bend and straighten the right leg. I might use a block here under the right hand, but I'm just bending and straightening the leg as much as I can. From here, I'll straighten the leg. I'll take my left arm up. Now, if you're tight in the inner thigh and the hamstrings, that right leg might not be all the way straight, and that's okay. Just straighten it as much as you are able to for a medium stretch. A stretch that you can still breathe through. A stretch that you can still be calm and centered with. Take a deep breath in here. Sweep that left arm down as you bend that right knee. That left arm comes up on a diagonal. And again, we're going to open to the left. Now my right knee is bent about 90 degrees. My right arm is on the inside. Take care that your tailbone and the bum aren't sticking out behind you. Tuck them slightly forward. Take a big breath in. Look at your left palm if you can. And as you exhale, look down. Bring your left hand down to the floor. Pick up the back heel, and now we're going to turn to the right. So right toes turn right. Left toes turn to the right. I'm going to lean into that left hand, and I'll take the right arm up. So if this is too much for that right hip, walk that right foot a little bit closer down towards the middle of the mat. But we want a bit of a stretch here, so don't completely run from the stretch. You want to feel this in your outer right buttock and thigh, and indeed I do. You might lower a little bit and then push the ground away, lifting the hips. Maybe you do that 3 times. My back foot is active, not collapsed. And then from here, I'll push the floor away, look down, bring 2 hands down. I'll release the back foot first, come out carefully into a downward facing dog. And wow, what a difference. I feel a big difference between my legs. Let's do all of that on the other side. Take your left leg up and back behind you. Point the left toes, really open up the top of that left ankle, and then flex the foot strongly. Push through the heel, pull the toes back, and then press through the ball of the foot. Rotate the ankle a couple times in each direction. And then when you're ready, take a breath in. As you exhale, round the back, thigh to the chest, and step that forward and then a little bit to your left. Angle that left foot out, both hands on the inside, and I'm going to settle down. If you have your block handy or something like it, you might use that here for a prop. So we are moving forward and we are moving down. You might use that back foot for some forward and back pulsing. You might take some languid serpentine movements, left and right here. Don't feel like you have to be really stationary in your yoga. A couple of breaths. And then I'm going to bring my back knee to the ground. Right elbow down, and as far as where it goes, just where it supports you best. So I'm going to move mine to the right and slightly out to the side. Turn towards your left knee. Reach back with your left hand. Take a breath. Lean back a little bit and let the right ear fall toward the right shoulder. Stretching the neck, reaching the left hand away. And then bring your head back up in line with your neck. Bend your back knee. Now, if you can't reach the foot, this is what your posture might look like. And while you're not getting the same degree of stretch in the front of the thigh, it's okay. You could choose to loop a strap around the foot or grab a pant leg. If you're able to grab the foot, pull the heel toward the buttock. Keep leaning into that front arm and leaning into the back body. Kick the foot into the hand. Pull the heel into the bum. Kick the foot into the hand. One more. Pull the heel in. If your neck gets a little sore from looking back that way, feel free to look down at that right arm. That feels good to stretch the neck like that. And when you're done here, release carefully. 2 hands to the floor. Lift your back knee. Your left foot's going to face forward. And you'll drop that right heel to the ground. Left hand can be on the floor or on a block. Right hand on the right waist. And we'll just begin to straighten and bend that left knee, which feels really good. Breathing in and breathing out. The next time your left knee is as straight as you can make it, press into your left hand and begin to turn your torso open to your right. Sweep that right arm up. Gaze up at your thumb tip. Breathe here. From your Utthita Trikonasana, your triangle pose, breathe in. As you exhale, circle that right arm down. Bend that left knee 90 degrees. Left arm stays on the inside. The right arm circles back up right over that right ear. And again, make sure that your tailbone's not sticking out behind you. Draw the tailbone just slightly into the body. Press your feet and your legs against the floor. And lift the gaze to the center of your right palm. Breathe here. My left arm is pressing into my knee, and my knee is lightly pressing back. Take a deep breath here. As you exhale, look down. Circle that right arm down. Toes turn to the left. Heels turn to the right. And that right hand will support me. I'm going to activate that back foot. So you don't want the ankle bones on the ground. You want to just be on the pinky toe edge. And remember, if this is too much with your foot up high, just walk your foot down until you feel enough stretch. Press into the ground and begin to straighten that left leg a little bit. Lift your hips high, sink them down, do that again. Push into the floor, lift the hips, and release. And one more time, push, particularly the outer edge of that left foot, and release. Left hand down, release the back leg, and then carefully step it back into downward facing dog, and walk your dog here. From your down dog, spread your fingers, come forward into plank, bring your knees down and come down onto your belly. Let your forearms be parallel to each other. Elbows are right underneath your shoulders. Palms are spread. Lengthen the legs back behind you, and we'll take a sphinx pose. So let the legs and the pelvis be firm and grounded. Press into the hands. Lightly pull against the ground, and you might feel your heart coming through the window of your upper arm bones. One more breath. And as you exhale, begin to tuck the chin. Drop the head, tuck the chin, press the ground away, peel the chest off the ground, peel the pelvis off the ground, peel the legs off the ground, the knees off the ground. So I'm just on my forearms, my elbows, and my toes. Take a breath here, and we'll release the way we came in, slow and sequential. Back into Sphinx. Let's do that twice more. Press hands and forearms down. Inhale, lengthen your neck. Exhale, press the hands, drop the head, tuck the chin. Rounding the back, peel the belly slowly off the ground, the pelvis, the thighs. If it's enough to stay there with your knees down, fine. If you can also lift the knees and really round the upper back to lift, do so. Take one more breath here. And slowly bring it down. And we'll do that one last time. Take a breath. Exhale, press the hands, lightly pull. Press down and pull with those arms. Pull the chest through. And then as you exhale, drop your head, tuck your chin, round and push. And release. Bring your hands where your elbows are. Turn your toes under. Take a breath here. Make sure your shoulder heads are not low. Your shoulder heads are lifted, about level with your elbows. And then from here, pull the navel in, push back, pose of the child. From your pose of the child, take a big breath in and out. As you inhale, round the back, come to hands and knees. Turn your toes under and take a downward facing dog. Let's do one more sequence here before we move to sit on the mat. Take a breath here in and out. From your down dog, take your right leg all the way up and back behind you. Bend the knee, heel towards the outer left buttock. Look under your upper right arm. Now straighten that right leg and see if you can really lengthen that line between the right big toe and the left inner heel. Take care that you don't collapse that left shoulder. Keep pushing the ground away. And then come back to a level pelvis. Breathe in. Exhale, round the back thigh to the chest and step the foot between the hands. Bring your back knee to the ground. Press into the ground and come out of this lunge. Now this might be a good opportunity to slip something under your left kneecap if you need a little extra padding. From this position, take a breath here, hands on that front knee. And as you exhale, tuck your tailbone forward towards that right heel and allow the pelvis to come forward and down. It's not just kind of flopping into the joint. We're moving slowly and carefully into this position. The pelvis is moving forward and down, and the right leg is resisting. It's allowing it to come forward slowly, sequentially, but it's acting as a brake, so it's not just crashing forward. Hands on that front leg can push the chest away, and the back foot is active too. My back toes are turned under, and I'm lightly pushing into the floor. Take a breath here, in and out. Press into the ground, come back up, hands to the floor. And of course, you can use a block if you need to. Your right foot flexes, draw the toes toward the face. Instead of rounding the back here, I want you to think about arching the spine. And you probably won't arch, but it will be less rounded, more extended. So lift the heart towards those right toes. Maybe you point and flex a couple times. And as you inhale, bend that front knee, bring the pelvis forward, press into the legs and come out of that lunge one more time. Clasp the hands behind you. Pull the knuckles down the back. Keep the belly drawn in, tailbone down. So this is more challenging because now we're asking the body to really do this work without the break of the arms on the front leg. So if it's too much, feel free to put your hands back on the thigh. Otherwise, we are squeezing the legs toward the midline, tailbone is down, knuckles are down, and we balance this forward lunge with a back bend in the upper back. And I'll lift the head and the chest and the neck. And again, if it's too much to have the hands behind you, same posture with the hands in front. One more breath here, and now push the ground away. One more time in our half split. And then walk your hands to the left. Your left leg is going to kickstand back behind you, and you'll come up to stand on your left knee. Right heel turns out, and we'll straighten out that right leg. Sweep the arms up for gate latch pose. Reaching up through the arms, activate the legs, tail down, belly in. And as you exhale, right hand slides down your outer right leg. Now, if your arch begins to collapse, you can see how that sort of collapses the entire inner leg line. So pressing the outer edge of the back foot, of the right foot, lifts the arch. That helps to activate the ankle, inner knee all the way up into the inner groin. As you inhale, draw the navel in, come up. Left fingers reach out to the floor. Right arm extends. You might stay here. You might go flat palm. You might elevate that right leg. You might bend the knee, reach back and capture the foot. And like we did a moment ago, alternate between pulling the heel to the outer buttock and kicking the foot into the hand. Try to keep the outer leg somewhat parallel to the mat as opposed to dropping the knee or lifting the knee. Keep the knee and the ankle fairly level so the leg is parallel to the floor. After you have enjoyed your back bend here, release, right foot to the floor, circle the hands back down, come facing forward to frame that front foot and step it back, downward facing dog, and breathe. Feel that. Should feel pretty wonderful. From here, pick up your left leg, point the toe, opening up the top of the left ankle, flex the foot, driving through the heel, rotate the ankle a few times. And from here, bending the knee, opening up the pelvis to the left. Let that heel be heavy behind you.
Look under your upper left arm. Press both arms long and straight, and then extend that left leg long. So pressing that right heel, particularly the inner heel toward the ground, take that left big toe back behind you, seeking a diagonal stretch in the inner legs. From here, level the pelvis, breathe in. Exhale, round the back, come forward. Step the foot between the hands and the back knee comes down. From here, push into the floor and get your bearings. So the feet press evenly. I'm going to adduct the legs toward the midline. If I need to pad my right knee, then I will. Hands to that front knee. I'm going to tuck your tailbone, pulling these hip points up towards the lower ribs. And then using my legs for strength, I'm going to slowly come forward into a low lunge. Pelvis moving forward and down. Back big toe pressing into the mat. Hands begin to press the leg away. One more breath here. Little micro movements, little mini adjustments. Don't feel like you have to be completely stationary. And release. Bring the hands to the floor and begin to pull the buttocks straight back behind you. So don't feel like you need an absolutely straight leg here. If you need to use a block, don't be shy. I'm going to, instead of rounding my back here, I'm going to elevate my tail, elevate my chest. I feel a pretty strong opening in the front of my left ankle. Feels quite nice. I might point and flex the foot, encouraging easy mobility in the ankle joint. And from here, I will plant that left foot, press into the ground, come out of that lunge again. So I can repeat what I did before, or clasping hands behind, adducting legs toward the midline, take a breath. And as you exhale, tailbone down towards the floor as the pelvis starts moving forward towards your front heel. Using the arms, you can drag the knuckles down the back leg, and you can lift the chest. And remember, the arms are optional. You can absolutely have hands on the thigh for stability. You can even have hands on blocks here for stability. Take one more deep breath here. And press into the ground to release it. Hands to the floor. Sit the bum back one more time. I might wag the tail here. And then from here, I'll walk my hands to the right. I will kickstand my right foot back behind me, and I'm going to turn my back to you. Left heel kicks out, left leg is straight. Gate latch is Parigasana. So arms reach up. I'm going to activate my left leg. I'm going to activate the inner leg line in particular. Inhale, reach up. Tail down, tummy in, left hand slides down that left leg, and you breathe into the side body. Wow. Very intense for me. And then from here, allow the navel to pull in and let that action help bring you up. Right fingers or palm to the right. You might just stay here in this version of gate latch, or you might actually elevate that top leg, left arm up. If you choose, you might bend that top leg, reach back and capture the foot. And again, alternate between pulling the heel toward the outer buttock, not the bottom of the buttock, but the outer left hip, kicking the foot into the hand. And just like on the other side, we're conscious of the leg being parallel to the floor as opposed to the knee being down or the knee being up. Knee and ankle level. I'm going to look down at my right fingers because it feels better on my neck. Take a deep breath in and release the limbs. Walk your hands back to the left, back to the front of the mat. Frame the front foot
and step back into downward facing dog. From your down dog, walk your hands forward, or rather back toward your toes. Bend your knees here, grab your elbows. Let your elbows remain heavy as you inhale, look forward. And exhale, let the elbows drop, let the head drop, and breathe. Allowing the weight of the head and the arms to traction the upper back away from the lower back. I like to sway here side to side. It feels good. One more breath. And then as you inhale, lift the gaze, look forward. Walk your hands forward. Step your right foot between the hands and walk your hands to the left. So here we are in a wide-legged forward bend. So let's take this two different ways. First way, turn the toes in, bring the hands to the floor, bend your knees as much as you need to. In fact, let's just all do that. Go ahead and bend your knees. Bend your knees, sit the bum down a little bit, take a breath. As you exhale, drop your head. Bring the crown of the head towards the floor. Make sure the head and the neck are easy and free here. And then keeping the head low, straighten the legs until you feel a stretch. And depending on your flexibility, your posture might look totally similar or totally different. Tune into the sensation, not if the shape matches mine. So I'm using my hands here to push into the earth a little bit. Elbows are squeezing together, shoulders are lifting away from the ears. From here, inhale, lift the gaze, look forward. Walk your hands over to the left. Left toes are going to turn out, and you're going to start bending that left leg. Now, if your stance is too short, your posture will look a little bit more like this. What I want you to do is to take a wider step so that left foot can be a little bit more grounded. You're going to drop the left buttock toward the floor, and you're going to spin your right toes to the ceiling. Press that right heel into the ground, and it's almost like you're trying to drag the heel towards you. Lean into that left leg a little bit. You might keep the hands on the ground. You might bring the hands to the heart. You might get fancy and bind behind the back. Take a breath here, and we'll skandasana over to the other side. So stay low. Walk your hands to the right. Right toes turn out, right knee bends, left toes face up. Press into the ground, and even if you have a wide stance, your right heel remains up, that's okay. Your calf will eventually give up the fight, and it will lengthen. And if it doesn't, that's okay too. So, leaning into that right leg, maybe you bind, dropping the head of that left thigh, that left pelvis towards the ground. And we'll do this one more time each side. Walk your fingers left, skandasana, other side, dropping that right ischial tuberosity, if you will, toward the ground. That's where your hamstrings attach into. We're trying to drop it to the ground as that right knee faces up. Lean back. And then last time, if you want to get a little more fancy, don't touch the floor with your hands. Stay low. Use your legs only. And skandasana over to the other side. Lean back a little bit. Drag, press and drag that heel toward you. Drop that left sit bone toward the ground. Take a breath. As you exhale, look to your right. Face forward into a lunge. Drop the pelvis, lift the chest. Take a breath. Straighten the front leg, forward fold. Inhale, look forward. Bend the front knee, step forward. Inhale, look forward. Step it back. Nice high lunge here. I'm going to say that again. Wave your hand for me. A nice low lunge here. Drop the pelvis, lift the chest. Feel that stretch Inner back knee lifts. As you exhale, press the ground away, forward fold over the left leg. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, bend the leg, bend the knee, step forward, widen the feet, and come into a squat. Elbows are on the inside of the knees. Open the knees wide. Squatting has all kinds of benefits, some of which are very useful when you're camping, if you get my drift. Elbows are wide, knees are wide. Pelvis is heavy, chest is light. From your malasana, from your squat, take a breath. Bring your hands down to the floor. I'm going to turn back to face the front of the mat. Hands come down to the floor. Step it back into downward facing. Bring your knees down. Pose of the child. Toes can be turned under or pointed, your choice. And take rest. From here, walk your hands back in. Bring your buttocks to one side and sweep the legs around in front. So let's take the right knee into a bent position, foot into the inner thigh, almost like a tree pose here, about a 90-degree angle. I'm going to reach out and I'll either take that left foot or the ankle, or I might loop a strap or something around the left foot. Sit up tall, breathing in and exhale, forward fold. And keep that left foot fairly flexed, toes are spread, the sole of the foot is open and bright. And as you inhale, lift the gaze, look forward. Exhale, sit up, right hand behind you, left arm forward, breathe in. Wrong arm, switch sides. Left arm back, nope, sorry, I was right the first time. Right hand back, left hand forward. As you inhale, begin to lift the hips. Press the right shin, press that left foot. Lift the hips and reach that left hand behind you. Try to keep this right shoulder down, away from the ear. Try to press the shoulder into the back ribs. As you inhale, come back down. So your right leg is going to stay just the same, and you're going to bend the left leg and move the calf to the outside. Place the left shin and the top of the foot on the floor. In fact, I'm going to face you a little bit here. So if your knee is tight or your ankle is tight, you're going to feel kind of kicked off to the side here. So you might just sit both buttocks up a little higher on a folded blanket if that helps. Over time, your left buttock will make its way to the floor as the knee flexes and as the ankle opens up in extension. Take the hands behind you and just lean back. Lean back into your hands. Press into your lower legs. Lift your pelvis. Tuck your tailbone forward, like you're trying to, instead of arching the back, you're trying to almost round the low back. Come down again, more on the buttocks. And lean back. Lean back on your elbows. If you have more flexibility, you might lay all the way down. Try to let your left thigh bone be long and straight. Left knee is heavy, and you should feel this in that left hip. You might take that left hand to the left heel and just give yourself a little bit of a massage open to the left, like you're trying to peel the sole of the foot and the heel open to the left towards the pinky toe. From here, after several breaths, tuck your elbows in, come up nice and slow. Lean to your right and slowly release that left leg. It might be fairly intense here. We'll just sit a moment, let the leg recover, and we'll take all that on the other side. So now your right leg is straight, your left leg comes in for your Janushirasana A, turning towards that right foot. Grab the foot or a strap or your ankle or your calf. As you inhale, lift the chest, and as you exhale, fold. And if you are tight in the hamstrings, be aware that this, even though you're able to touch your toes, is actually counterproductive. Look at my spine. I am not actually flexing at the hip, which is where this posture is coming from. If I'm tight, I would rather you grab onto the ankle or the shin and sit up straight. Just cultivate this position first. And then over time, moving from the hips as opposed to moving from the upper back. So don't be afraid to use a strap here or grab the higher up on the leg. We're moving the navel toward the thigh. Head towards the foot comes much later, if at all. Take another breath here, in and out. As you inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, release. Left hand behind you, right hand forward. Breathe in. Press into the legs. Lift the pelvis. Reach that right arm up and over. And again, remember this left shoulder for support. We're going to draw it down away from the ears. And we're going to press that shoulder blade into the upper left rib cage. Pelvis is lifted. Legs are strong. And release it down. Left leg will stay where it is. Lean to the left. Fold the right knee back. You saw what I did there with my calf. I just gently encourage the calf muscle outside a little bit. Use a blanket under the bum if you need it. Bring the hands back behind you. Lean into the hands. Press into the ground. Tuck your tailbone. Lift it up. And then come down. And so this side might be a little more flexible, might be a little bit tighter than the other side. You might come down under your elbows. You might come down onto your back. Try to press that right knee towards the floor as you tuck your tailbone. Try to take this out of a back bend and focus the sensation more in that right thigh. After a few breaths here, be patient, be persistent. Bring your elbows in nice and close. Come up onto your hands. Lean to your left. Release that right leg. Take your time. Release the left. Scoot your bum forward and slowly come down onto your back. Ah, that feels good. Bring your knees into your chest. Breathing here. So, since you've been hiking and on your feet all day, let's take the legs up for some gravitational assistance in draining the legs. If your legs are a little tight and having them vertical requires a lot of effort, bend your knees. Bend your knees, thighs toward the chest. Give them a little shake. Encourage the flow, the downward flow of lymph here, as well as blood out of the feet, out of the legs. If you are doing this sequence or a part of this sequence out on the trail, you might actually take your legs up a tree here. That can feel quite nice. Or you can, at the very least, let them drape over your big backpack. That would feel good. From here, bring your left foot to the floor. Bend your right knee, open the knee to the right, grab a hold of the foot or the ankle or the calf, and with that right arm, start pulling the knee straight down. So don't let the foot falter here. You want the heel right above that right knee, 90-degree angle. So the downward pull on that right shin bone is drawing that knee down, which opens the hip. Another option, you can straighten out your other leg so you get a real nice stretch across the front of the pelvis and the groins. A couple of breaths here. From here, I'm going to straighten out that right leg and either hold onto the foot with my hands or the ankle or the calf, or I'll loop that strap around the foot. And I'm just going to begin to pull the leg towards me. So this is a very effective, very safe way to stretch your hamstrings. Safer than standing forward bends, in my opinion, because the back is well supported and fairly relaxed here. So keeping the back grounded, start pulling the leg in a little bit. Notice if you have a tendency to lift out of that right hip to get further in the pose. We're trying to anchor and drop that right hip. Take a breath here, and then either peace fingers can grab that right big toe or use your strap. Turn the foot out to the right, so you're angling externally, and take the leg over to the right. Try to keep the left side of the body heavy. Keep it grounded. And we'll focus on some deep breaths. Finally, we'll bring that leg back up. Take a breath. Exhale, 2 hands, take it. Use the abdominals, lift your head, pull the leg towards you. Lift your head, and release the head. Foot to the floor. Bring your left leg in. Left thigh draws in. Open the knee to the left. Bring the heel above that left knee. Left hand holds on to the foot of the ankle, and we'll start pulling it straight down. Notice that if I really pull my leg down strongly, my buttock begins to lift. Well, here's the challenge. Can you keep the buttock fairly anchored and heavy and pull that left knee toward the ground? You can also heavy the lower part of the body by straightening out that right leg. Half happy baby. From here, we'll straighten out that left leg and either looping a strap around the foot, holding the calf, even holding the back of the thigh if you're a little tight in the back of the leg, or holding the foot, begin to pull the leg in. Take care that you're anchoring that hip crease. Keep it down. Breathing in and out. And then either using your strap or your peace fingers, loop around the foot, open the foot out to the left, and then angle that entire leg out to the left. Right side of the body is heavy. And then as you inhale, bring the leg back up to center. 2 hands hold the foot or your ankle or the calf or your strap. Take a breath. Use the abdominals. Lift your head up. Lift your shoulder blades up. Take the arms and pull the leg towards you. And then release the head and release the leg. Press into your left foot, bring your right leg in, and we'll windshield wiper a couple times. I'd love to find a non-car related name for this, so if you can think of one, let me know. And once you have done this several times to each side, come back to center. Let your knees knock in towards each other. Let your heels be wide. Let your toes turn in. And just be here. A little internal rotation of both legs. Breathe into your back. And you are welcome to stay here or work the feet back together and open the knees. So now the feet are together, the knees are wide, and we'll breathe here. And you are welcome to stay right here Or bring your knees together, tuck your tail for a moment, release your legs. You might use something underneath your feet to elevate them. I'm going to use this block. Just to give my feet a little bit of height to encourage that draining of the legs. And take rest. And begin to breathe a little more deeply. Begin to wiggle the fingers and toes and rotate the hands and the feet. When you're ready, slowly, one at a time, bend your knees. Take a moment right there. And then roll onto one side. And from here, slowly come on up and sit comfortably. Notice how you feel. Whether you take just a couple of these sequences with you on a hike or you do the whole thing when you get home, any which way you have it, I hope these postures and these sequences will help you be more comfortable in your body after a nice long hike or in order to prepare for one. Have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you again in person. Namaste.